What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So far we've got a lot of work done on this driver side apron, and all we're waiting for is the new parts to come in. They originally were on national back order, but thankfully we have them coming in about a week. So once we get those parts, we're gonna be able to put this back together and put the whole front end together. And while I've been waiting for those parts, I've gone to the dealership over here and they've given me all these type of diagrams on the front end of the car so that I know exactly which parts to order. Like for instance, this is the bumper diagram of right here, and this part is the rebar, so everything in front of this I needed to order, which is what all these boxes over here are for. Not this is a paddle board. Well, these boxes right here, this is the inner fender, and then over there we have the under tray, and we have the bumper, and we have also the splitters coming in the mail as well. The headlight here, it was taken off originally by the auction, and they did not give me any of the bolts, so I had to get all the diagrams for the pieces and figure out which bolts I needed. So now we're gonna get started on the Mustang. Alright, so we've got some huge progress done on our makeshift frame machine. We have this heavy duty strap all the way underneath the car, all the way underneath there. It's tied to one of the frame rails down there, and it's right on the strut tower. Now, as you can see right here, this is as far as we've been able to bring this down. And this just got pushed up just a little bit in the accident. So this is as far as it's already been able to come down. And this is where it's supposed to be. This is supposed to be here, which means this got pushed up, this bracket got pushed up all the way. So now it's all the way down here, which is really good. Now for a final test, or not a final test, but close to final test, I have a new strut tower bar that's gonna connect from these two all the way over to those two black bolts. So let's do that right now. So this is the old strut tower bar that was on there. And look at how flimsy this is. Look. Super flimsy. And this is the new one. This is from Ford Performance. This thing is heavy duty. This is solid metal. This is super heavy. And this is what comes from the factory. This super light, thin piece of plastic.
I just got my finger in there.
So now we're gonna put this strut tower on and see if it fits up well. it is lining up super nice, very even on each of these. And on the other side, it's a single hole, so there's no adjustments. So this means that I have some adjustment room on this side, but as of right now, this is amazing. This is super good. So now we're gonna bolt it up and see how it holds. So as I mentioned before, I got 2 strut towers, that one that's on the car right now, and this one that sits directly over the engine. It came from AmericanMuscle.com, and they also gave me 4 new factory bolts. I only had 2 on the car, but they gave me 4 so that I can put 2 on each side now, so I have 2 extras. So now we're gonna slap this one and the other strut tower on and see if they work. Monumental. We've got both strut towers in. They're securely fastened. We got bolts up top here. We got 2 bolts on each side over here. They're in. They literally look perfect. We've got both strut towers on now. Now, the next step is to let this piece, I'm gonna heat it up some more and let it cure basically and let it harden in the place it needs to be, which is right here, because these strut towers are perfect. I'm gonna do a few more measurements, make sure this is lining up to here. The width from the glass to the back of this is the same from the strut tower on both sides to make sure that it's the same. These you can actually see the runs from when they painted this chrome here. So this is what the wheels actually look like, but we're gonna sand all of the wheels down and repaint them. Alright guys, so we're taking a break from the frame over there while we wait on some welding parts, and we're going to be putting in our new seatbelt and SRS module, which is the airbag module, and we're going to be putting in a new airbag that we ordered straight from the dealership OEM. So here we have our package from Safety Restore. They reset the airbag and the seatbelt because the seatbelt deployed and locked it when the accident happened. So I had to get that sent out, and they repaired it for me, as well as this airbag module, which goes directly under the center console, which controls whenever the airbag is deployed and the seatbelts as well. So now we're gonna put these in the car and start it right up. But before I do anything, you always want to make sure that your battery is disconnected on the car so you have no issues with airbags pre-deploying or anything like that. So always make sure your battery is completely disconnected. It might be even smart to take it out of the car, who knows. But now we're gonna go put in all this stuff. And huge shout out to Safety Restore for doing this for me. So far we've got no airbag lights. So now we're going to shut it off, we're going to start it up, and then we're going to start it up for reals.